I feel like I've always loved attention. I mean, like when I was younger, I was always bullied. So when I started, shifting and growing up and dance especially like really opened me up out of my shell, I would say I definitely love the attention of like being able to perform in front of people and like entertain and like, have people be inspired by that. I would say I'm like a multi-faceted creator. So like a lot of people know me for dancing, family content, some as a gamer. I'm kind of like an all-around entertainer in general. So anything that's entertaining, I kind of dabble in. I started off watching the OG YouTubers like Ryan Higa. He was like the main one, honestly. Kev Jumba, PewDiePie, all of those people, like the OGs, And I pretty much just always saw them making really dope videos and making a career out of it. And I was like, this is crazy. And I never wanted to do a 9 to 5. I was always like entrepreneur kind of like minded because my parents were both like owners of like their own businesses and stuff. The main one that they had was a nail salon. I kind of helped my mom with the salon. I was like either like a front desk person, or I was working with my dad in his like screen printing embroidery shop. So I was doing that for a year. And for me, I was like, okay, social media looks like it could be a business. They're doing it. So I was like, why can't I? And so by 2015, I decided, I was like, yo, okay, I'm gonna do it. Doesn't matter how long it takes. This is what I love to do. 2015, I started. 2016, a year in, I popped off a little bit. I did my own little viral trend, and that got me my first like sum of followers. And that was when it hit me. I was like, okay, this is working. I just have to keep going and push at it. And then the money slowly started coming in. It wasn't enough to completely like stop like my actual jobs and stuff, but it was a cool little side hustle that was like, it was starting to work. I dropped out after sophomore year. And from there, I was able to focus on my passions, which was dancing, becoming a content creator. I was a very good like scholar. I was very like straight A's, dual enrollment kid kind of thing, and I was like doing really well at school. But by the time I was a sophomore, I had like senioritis, and since my dad needed help with the shop, he told me to like leave it, and I was like, yeah, of course, I'll help out. I'm down, yeah. And then by 2019, that's when TikTok happened. TikTok changed from Musical.ly, and the algorithm was like completely different. That first week I hopped on, I literally gained 1 million followers and for me, that was my first million on any platform. I stuck at it, and like literally by like 3 or 4 months, I was like 10 million followers, and then it was just up from there. My mom actually worked and owned her own nail salon until 2020, and then I told her to just drop it. That was when obviously I kind of blew up with social media, moved to LA. My income pretty much like 100x, so I had her and my siblings move out with me, and we've been out here ever since. Jonathan, Daniel. So I'm gonna clap my hands, and you guys are gonna drag it this way to me. Drag it? Yes. I want you guys to struggle.
3, 2, action.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. What's this? Is this another box from Chipotle? Look at that. Today we're gonna be unboxing. Supporting my family at 22 is surreal, but it's also like, I don't think about it too much, but it is really cool. It's dope because I know that my family has worked really hard to just support, especially in the Asian culture. Like it's very sacrifice everything to make sure that the family is good, the kids are good and all that. So being able to kind of give back, especially earlier on, is really cool. And I feel like we're able to now focus on a lot more like family things. I involve my family a lot in my content mainly because, one, it's fun. I'm able to make whatever I want. So I think being able to share experiences with them and do things that I typically wouldn't do on a normal day is really cool. Second thing is like being able to build a brand and opportunity for them to use it for their own once they grow up and they want to do other things. So for my brothers, for my sister, for my mom, it's like social media is just a tool, and I want to be able to like give them the best opportunity as possible, so that if, say, my little brothers eventually grow up to want to be actors, it's easier to have a platform and kind of grow from there. Or if my sister wants to get into makeup or, you know, whatever the case may be. It's just a lot easier when you have that foot in the door already and it's kind of like established. Thanks, Chipotle. Cool. Nice. The first big deal I had was probably with Bang Energy. I worked with them, I believe, in like 2017 or 2018, and they had this deal structure of like they would pay me based off of views, and this was on Instagram. Every video was based off of like, okay, if it was like 100,000 views, it's D. If it's 1 million views, it's like a rank S tier, right? So it's just like a range between those, and they would pay me like a few hundred to a few $1,000s. So I used to get about like 250K views average on my dance videos. So what I did, and I experimented with it, I actually put AdSense into my videos, and I was able to put like $200-300, make the video go viral. It would hit like over 1 million views, and then they would pay me like X amount of dollars, and it would like pay back way more than what I put in. So I was doing that for about like 8 to 10 months, and then yeah, that was my first big like situation where I made almost, I would say like 50 to like 80K in that year from that deal alone. I'm in here to basically shoot my second channel content where I'm like sitting down on the, you know, just sit down chilling type of thing, or gaming videos. And then if I turn around, I got my Just Meta set and I do all of this stuff here. I turn this on. All right, I think this is, yep, this is the enemy, there you go. And then I control it myself. So I'll start recording now, ready? Joystick.
That should be at 50%. Action.
Bam. Here's how you can be a part of the Web3 revolution. And the good news is that you don't need to be some tech genius like Mark Zuckerberg or have tons of money. Web3 is the next version of the internet where normal people like you and me will own it, and not just the big social media companies like today. So good. Crazy. Joystick is a very big dream passion of mine. It's the next generation ecosystem for gamers, and it's pretty much an opportunity I want to bring to the world where I know that there's this new space of Web3 in gaming called play to earn, where people can literally make like income and like an actual sustainable career out of playing video games. I saw like a little glimpse of it with Web3 games already, and there's already people I know of that have stories of literally them supporting their families just based off of this. And I was like, this is the future. And I love technology. I love like, you know, futuristic things like Ready Player One. So I was like, this is like one step closer to that future. I first learned about all of this from Gary Vee. I bought my first CryptoPunk because of him. And then I think like I heard a couple of people saying like, oh, it's a bubble, we don't know what's gonna happen. So I actually sold it on accident. And a few months later, I forgot about the whole market. I come back to find out that CryptoPunks blew up, and I missed out on like, I think $700,000 of profit. So I was like, oh, let me get into this. Let me not miss out on anything. So I FOMO'd into the market pretty much. With Joystick, my first steps is to educate. I want to basically provide them like all the tools they need to turn into esport players, content creators, streamers, just like different events to allow them to actually earn financially and basically just kind of grow our family and kind of learn and evolve with the space, because the space is so new still. So I'm just trying to have it to where we kind of all tread through the space together. I saw that the Web3 space needed this and that gaming is going to evolve into this regardless. I think that so many people game and technology is just going to get more advanced. We already have gaming streamers, we already have, you know, esport players. Why not being able to actually make money just playing the game in general? Concept, I gotta think concepts are good. All right, put on the white shirt and then unzip it. Go.
We're not doing any effects for this, yeah?
No, the only effect is gonna be my eye. So I'll have Bravo do the eye thing.
Just the eye.
Yeah, just the eye. I think that if you want to go down the influencer path, you have to look at what makes you happy opposed to the results or the success, you know? I think that so many people, especially now, they have this like really weird short-term mindset where if it doesn't work out for them in a few months, they just like get discouraged. And I think that if you want to get into this is a long game. You know, this is something that I even have to remind myself that it's like, if I do this in 5 years or 10 years and I still am nowhere near blowing up or viral or whatever the case may be, like, am I still gonna be happy? I think that TikTok is established itself really well. I think that it's gonna stay and it's gonna be there for a long time. The algorithm, the way that it's structured works really well. In the last few years, we've been able to see a lot more diverse creators come into the scene, and I think it inspires more, because for me, being able to see that someone that kind of, you know, looked like me or resembled me, Asian representation in general, has inspired me to want to push forward. It's just been really cool to see like a lot of our cultures finally being appreciated, and people realizing, you know, anime is super cool. Like, y'all are late to the game. So like you're like pranking me, like, and you keep missing. You're like, ooh, almost got you. Okay, go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My ideal life would definitely be just me still doing what I love. And if I want to make content, I can. If I don't want to, I don't have to. Kind of just having not just financial freedom, but freedom to kind of get into any field I want. In the last 3 years, like, my whole life has changed so much, and like my passions have changed as well. I'm able to support my family. I'm able to do what I love. Being appreciative and like knowing that like not a lot of people have that opportunity. There's no rush.